Hello guys! Today I'm gonna be stitching this leaf with you, and this is how the shape of the leaf looks like. And I have a nice plan, even better than I mentioned in the PDF pattern. So I will update this PDF pattern once I will finish this leaf. I'm gonna use 3 colors of from yellow to orange. Here is my colors that I chose. All of them are Encore embroidery threads. If you have Encore threads, so this is exact number. And you can find similar colors for DMC. I will mention all the color codes in my updated PDF pattern. For now, just make your own maybe color choice if you want to stitch it right now. So just see what you have, just choose some, check what you have, some orange colors. It can be another combination like this one, and maybe this one, or this one. I know, choose what is best for you. Basically, you can take a look at the color map and I can give you an idea what color it can be. Like this one is similar to 744. This one is slightly muted orange, but you can go with 743 and then make a transition to 742, and it's gonna be a really smooth color transition. As you can see, if you want to do it in another way, you can use 744, 743 and 741. It's gonna be even brighter orange color, and you can go with some muted. I know this one is like this one. See, this color is also similar to 725, but slightly darker, but it's similar if you want to go for muted colors. So you can use 744, 725 and 741. So those are the colors, and for the central veins I'm gonna use probably a combination of those 2 colors. I'm gonna go from lighter brown to the darker one, and it's gonna give us an interesting effect. You will see. So I started from making an outline, and I decided that the lightest color will go on this part of the leaf, then this color will make a transition to the darkest medium color, and it's gonna be right here, and the darkest color is gonna be closer to this part, and it's gonna be darker orange. And after I will finish the outline, I will stitch the central veins first before filling, using those 2 colors. So this is my plan. Let's see how it turns out. So I do outline using 2 strands of floss, and it's a split stitch, and I like to split from the top, so it's like a back split stitch type, because the shape is curved, and sometimes I need to move my previous stitch to the place that I need, so it's gonna be, the line is gonna be perfect like the outline of the sleeve. And I do this outline so my thread painting, when I will be doing long and short stitches, I will have sharp lines like this, because if you will look at the real leaf, this leaf should have a really sharp lines. I don't remember how this tree name should sound like. If you know, please let me know in the chat. Oak tree. Yeah, thank you so much. Because I forgot how this tree named in English. In Ukrainian it sounds like dub. So I finished the outline and I want to make the central veins because when I will be doing long and short stitching I can forget where those veins should go. So I will stitch them first. And I'm gonna use 2 strands of floss and it's gonna be a stem stitch. So I decided that it's gonna be a combination of 2 brown colors. I will start from the lightest one and I will do this part first and a little bit of this one, and then I will continue with the darker shade in the place. Darker shade will go in the place when I will have a dark orange shade. Okay, that's it for this color, and I'm switching to the darker one. This can make a real difference if you do the central veins this way, because this darker shade is gonna look too dark on this part of the leaf when we will have light yellow and orange, and it's gonna help you to make a look like it's a real leaf. I will not be finishing those threads yet because later when I will finish the long and short shading, I might need to go back and add a few stitches in case if those lines will be hidden under the long and short shading. Yeah, I'll just park my thread on a side so I will be able to stitch it later using those colors, and let's start doing long and short shading. I will start from the lightest color and I can continue stitching using these threads that I was using for the outline. And I'm using 2 strands of floss right now. All the stitches should go from the lines to the central vein, but it should be like a diagonal direction according to the veins of the leaf, like I mentioned here. So these are the borders where the color transitions will happen between the colors, and you can mark as well the stitches direction, and they will go like this, like it should be like a parallel according to your veins of the leaf, like this. And this part of the leaf has a rounded shape. Make sure that you follow the right stitches direction here as well. If this method is too complicated for you, you can fill everything with just a satin stitch, whatever you like. I don't mind. It can look a little bit chunky, but it's still gonna look cute. So I just made a few stitches to mark the stitches direction, and now I just go and fill everything between them. You can also go from yellow to the muted green mix and to the brighter green, so you can play with different colors. Just check the pictures of the real oak leaf and choose your favorite color combinations. You can come up on the edge of the leaf and put your needle down here, or you can go from this part and put your needle down on the edge. The main thing that you need to put your needle outside of the outline, so it's gonna be hidden under your long and short stitches. If you want to add outline later, it's okay, you can add outline. So I also recommend to do some gradient for the outline, like I did for the inner veins of the leaf. I go a little bit farther than there is line right here, so I will be able to mix those two colors properly with the next one. On this part I make my stitches a little bit shorter compared to this part, but it's still a long and short stitch, and as you can see there is no sharp border right here. And when I'm stitching around these inner lines, I'm trying to not stitch over or on top of them, so because I need them to be visible. Here is the place where we need to finish this color on this side, and I make shorter and shorter stitches right here. I'll start a new thread and I will finish this side. And when I come up on the edge right here, I come up outside of this stitch line, and I'm trying to not split it at all, because if I will split it, the part of this thread will be visible outside of the long and short filling. So I'm trying to be careful. If it's hard for you to come up outside of the line, you can do it another way. You can come up here from this part and put your needle down outside of the edge from the top. It may be more comfortable for you to do it this way. And in the places like this, you need to turn your stitches direction slightly. So you do some long stitches and some short stitches between them, and slightly turning the stitches direction according to the leaf shape. I decided to go with orange and yellow colors for this leaf because I think it's gonna be look really nice and consistent with all the rest yellow stitches we have right here. And I will make those leaves pink like this, using pink colors. So now I'm ready for the most interesting part, and it's color shading, and I'm switching to the darker color. This is the color that I'm gonna use, and you can use only one strand of floss, or you can use 2 strands of floss. You can continue using 2 strands of floss. I want to make the color transition between those 2 colors more soft. So what I decided to do, I will continue stitching here. I'm gonna use 2 strands of floss on the edge right here and right here, and then I will switch to only 1 strand of floss, and I will move up and I will make a color transition here. This way it's gonna be much faster. Okay, now I need to switch to only 1 strand of floss to continue blending on this part. And as I'm using 2 strands of floss, I will just split into 2 strands. I park my another thread on the side for later, and I will continue stitching with another 1 strand of floss. And now I'm gonna go up to this side and I'm gonna be blending 2 colors together, and the best way to do it is using only 1 strand of floss. And you can do a few long stitches like this, like I just did, and you can lay them down the way that I do right now, so you make sure that you follow the same direction. It's important. You can put your needle down between the threads, you can put down and split some threads. It's not important. As you can see, I put my needle down into the previous color right in the middle of it. And here, imagine that you are drawing using, for example, just pencils, coloring pencils, and you do some strokes and you are mixing 2 colors. Imagine how you would do it using coloring pencils and try to do it using threads. So each stitch is a stroke of your coloring pencils. Right here I want everything will be filled completely using this color, and in this area I will leave the space for the darker orange. I hope you can see that this leaf is turning out really great, and I'm excited to see it with the second color that I'm gonna use. Okay, so I'm ready to switch to the third color, and it's gonna be darker and a little bit bright orange, this one, and I'm gonna use only 1 strand of floss. I'm gonna start my thread right here without knots. I'm just gonna make a few short stitches into different direction. This is a perfect way to start your thread if you have not much space. You can do little cross stitches, whatever you like. So it's gonna secure your thread really nice, and you will have no knots on the back side. So I start mixing 2 colors and I go deep into the previous one, and I try to fill the gaps that I have between the stitches, especially on this part. So I'm filling everything that is left inside the leaf, because this is the last color. When you're stitching only one strand of floss, make sure that you know that be ready for more work, because you will have to make more stitches to fill this space. But it is a little bit time consuming, but it's worth it, I think, because this is what we are getting. We are getting a perfect color transition, and I'm really fully satisfied with the results that I'm getting. I'm just in love with this sleeve, so I'm sure that no matter how much time you will spend on this sleeve, you will be satisfied with the result. Don't be afraid to stitch using only one strand of floss. It really worth it. Here in this space, in this place, I think I will be back with a darker color of the thread, and I will make a few stitches on top, so those veins will be more visible. So this is okay if your stitches become invisible under your long and short shading. You can always go back and stitch it. If you don't want to do the hard work, you can go in an easier way, and you can stitch using 2 strands of floss, and you can get a similar result like this, but it's gonna be faster. It's not gonna be so stunning as you would use 1 strand of floss, but it's still gonna be really nice. So just choose the way you feel the more comfortable for you, and depending on how much time do you have and how much effort and patience you have, you can put here. So here is how this half of the leaf looks like. I think this look really stunning, and I just love it. So I will continue doing the same way for another half of the leaf. You know what I think? You can stitch this sleeve separately as a separate object, and you can make a brooch or you can make a pendant. It's gonna look cute on your clothing. You can stitch it on some your shirt, and basically it doesn't take much time to finish. So I was stitching it a little bit more than 1 hour. So basically with the speed like I have, you can complete it in 1 hour and maybe spend a few minutes to make it as a brooch. I really like the colors that I chose. I really enjoyed stitching this. And yeah, that's it. The leaf is complete. This is how my embroidery hoop looks like right now. You can join this stitch along anytime you want. All the links is gonna be in the video description below. Thank you so much for joining. Take a look on some other video tutorials on my YouTube channel that I have, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!